Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We have our third major EZA for the 9th anniversary so far in EZA LR Blue Boys, SSBK Goku SSBE Vegeta. They are rainbowed, they have on level 10 links, we are ready to go. We're actually hopping in to a newer stage, a newer event. We're hopping into Supreme Magnificent Battle against God Goku just for a bit more recency to the content. We are starting with 344k attack stat, 189k defense. We've only got Fierce Battle active. We also gain Legendary Power on Kamehameha. The reason why that's important is because they do gain 7% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. And we're only actually getting 6 key spheres, so we're not getting a whole bunch. And that's taken us up to a 963k attack stat, 219k defense. Let's see what they're doing. But they do start the turn with key +4, attack and defense plus 170%. They do randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres when there is a superheroes category ally on the team, which is so easy to do because not only do you need literally one, but 13 mil just like that is actually dumb. We barely got them any key spheres. I say barely. We didn't get them loads. That is because they do raise attack and defense by 100% on 18 key super, and then 50% attack and defense on 12 key. But that 100% is putting in work right there. Oh, to be fair, this probably won't do anything, right? Yeah, 58 damage. But yeah, having a superheroes category ally on the team to get their rainbow orb changing is so easy to do. I said, not only do you need one, but superheroes is still, and one of probably the fastest growing best categories in the game as well. So to have a superheroes category ally on the team, as I said, it's so easy to do. Not to mention as a whole category. I mean, I literally have a full superheroes category team right now. So in terms of getting their orb changing, it's pretty much guaranteed. Unless you decide to build the team without one, which why would you do that? You can't not. Like, Orange Piccolo is still so good. Carnival Gogeta Blue, one of the best units in the game. Vegeta and Trunks can still kind of hold their own. The Year 6 EZAs are literally pending in this celebration. They're coming out soon. Year 5 EZAs, EZA LRUI Goku, which recently came out at the beginning of the anniversary. Gamma 1's going to get a slight resurgence because of Carnival LR Gamma 1 and 2, which comes out in part 2. Along with, of course, Dokkan Fest LR Beast Gohan, who's literally one of the best units in the entire game. It's so easy to have a superheroes category unit. So pretty much their rainbow orb changing is more or less guaranteed. So in terms of orbs, we can actually get them a decent amount. We can also get them a decent amount of rainbow key spheres as well. 4 rainbow key spheres. And the reason why that's important is not just because the fact that we do get 7% attack and defense per key sphere obtained, which means we're up to just over a milli right now and 233k defense. Not only as well that they get key +2 per rainbow key sphere obtained, but also because Blue Boys do get 7% chance to crit and 7% damage reduction, and will launch 3 additional attacks, each which have a 50% chance to become a super attack per rainbow key sphere obtained. So you can only get 5 rainbow key spheres, but the fact we got 3 there, and if you do get 4, or if you do get the full 5, you're looking at a possible max 35% chance to crit even without dupes, 35% damage reduction. Now naturally they're going to be in slot 2, maybe slot 3, depending on how packed out your team is, and don't forget that's 35% damage reduction if you do get the full 5 rainbow key spheres, but anywhere from like 21% and 28% probably on average, along with an extra 100% attack and defense on 18 key, and potentially anywhere from an extra 50 to 250 to an extra 350% attack and defense because of all the additional super attacks these two can do. I think it goes up to 4 additionals if you include the potential system. So a ton of extra attack and defense is coming from all of their SAFX, combined with the amount of damage reduction you can get them. So tanking on these guys is really good when you consider how much damage these guys put out by just sheer numbers, but then how much damage they can do in total. Kind of similar to LR Broly from part 1 of the anniversary, but maybe like a little bit weaker. It adds up. All the extra defense along with the damage reduction you can get, it's a lot. It's a lot. It makes him insanely strong. Like, it makes him stupid good. Then, of course, you are relying on RNG for the additionals to actually pop. So it is a coin flip chance with 50%. They then also get an additional attack and defense plus 70% if key is 18 or more, which I think is pretty much also guaranteed. Because you're getting key plus 2 per rainbow key sphere obtained. It's very easy to link them. And they're their own rainbow orb changer. And right now, even though they've only appeared, what, twice? We've got a 24 key super every single time. So unless you, again, like, literally link the team so badly, I'm going to pop a Whis just in case for UI, because they actually do link really well with UI. So we are actually starting with 480k attack stat, 202k defense. But just in case UI Goku decides he doesn't want to dodge, I do have that item active. Again, we're getting 9 key spheres with 3 rainbow key spheres. We're going to get a guaranteed 24 key. As I said, I do feel like getting them 24 key is almost guaranteed because of all the extra key they get and how easy it is to link them. Please dodge that. Thank you very much, UI. Do it again. Thank you very much. Now we can see what they're putting out with a few more links active. But yeah, I feel like that's pretty much guaranteed to get, so you're always getting that 70% attack and defense with your key being 18 or more. I feel like it's guaranteed that you're always going to get that, which is really nice. What are they putting out? 17 mil. Damn. Damn. And that's also having built-in crit chance from the rainbow key spheres, and also because we have them rainbowed. So again, the amount of damage they can do is actually stupid. The amount of actual just raw damage they do, dumb. The amount of damage they can do overall as well, dumb. And the amount of extra defense they can also get, if all those additionals did become super attacks, also kind of stupid. Especially, again, if you're getting a decent amount of rainbow key spheres and you're getting that 21% damage reduction, 20%, or the full 35. Like, it adds up. Like, they are generally going to disintegrate enemy health bars, along with, like, other units that are on these categories. Again, with the year 6 EZAs coming, Carnival Gogeta Blue, EZAs that are already out, units that already exist, LRBs going. You're literally just going to melt health bars like ice cream during summer. Like the 30-degree heat that we be getting in England, literally, that's how the bosses are going to feel, and they're just going to melt. Like, they're going to melt like ice cream. Their health bars are going to plummet. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb how good and how strong their EZA is. And how easy it is to run them with other units. Not to mention as well, eventually when we get Tech LRUI Goku, reps is pretty much already set, and they've barely had any new units. It's mainly just EZAs. You have LRUI Goku as a brand new unit to run with them. EZA Blue Boys go in the category straight away. Eventually, during the 9th anniversary, we're also going to get the year 6 EZAs. They'll go on that team. They also, of course, work really well with Blue Boys. They're already going to have a place. They already have their place pretty much reserved like a restaurant to go on that category when LRUI Goku drops. I just have to wait until we get him on global. So there's also that. But to round out their passive, they do also receive a reduced damage I tried to combine the words of reduced damage received and damage reduction. Let's try that again. They do reduce damage received by 70% when HP is 50% or less once only. So if things do get a little bit techie, they do have a ton of damage reduction to back you up for that turn. And then not only that as well, if you think about it, if they're in slot 2, which majority of the time they will be if you are running them on main rotation, 4 rainbow key spheres, 8 key spheres altogether. Decent. But if they are in slot 2, which they usually are, I forgot to use his active skill. That's a problem. That's also a problem as well. Hopefully he dodges the next one. Yeah, me not using Gogeta Blue's active skill is a problem, but they've pretty much done what they needed to do. The only thing I haven't shown is their active skill, but for some reason, UI Goku doesn't feel like dodging. 18.1 mil though. Hopefully they pop off with the additionals and we get a ton of crits. Because we kind of need them. Actually, even then we won't do enough. 11.6 on a 12 is dumb. 11.6 mil on a 12 key super. Another crit as well. Another additional super. 12.4 on the 12 key is now. We're getting a ton of extra defense with these two. But as I was saying, if things do get a little bit techie, that's a ton of damage reduction. And if they are sitting in slot 2, which they typically are on a rotation, that's going to be 70% damage reduction again. For that one turn, that's good. I'm still concerned about Gogeta Blue. That's going to be 70% damage reduction with the 100% attack and defense they get from the 18 key super, with the extra attack and defense they're getting plus 7% per key sphere obtained, with the extra 70% attack and defense they get if key is 18 or more, which again, from what I'm seeing right now, is kind of almost guaranteed. Like, I don't think you would struggle to ever get that. And then if those additional supers are popping in the passive, that's 50% attack and defense each time. And then if Dokkan's feeling extra generous with the luck, that's a potential system additional as well, giving them an extra 50% attack and defense. So for that one turn when your HP is at 50% or less, okay, we're good. They're pretty, I wouldn't say indestructible, but I feel like they're getting damn near close, especially again with the amount of damage they're going to be doing that turn as well. But so the only thing we have left to show from these guys is pretty much their active skill, which of course is unchanged naturally with EZAs, but I kind of want to see what numbers they're putting out. But we do have to get our HP at 50% or less, which that's one thing that's always been really nice about their active skill is you have no turn restriction. As soon as you get your HP to 50% or less, you can use their active skill. Now granted, obviously it's because it's not like a full, it's not an active skill like attack. You know, they do get a guaranteed key plus 24. They do get attack plus 70%. They do lose 50% defense as well. However, when their active skill is ready to use is when also they get the 70% damage reduction for one turn as well. So it kind of doesn't really matter they lose their 50% defense. And then of course you get a guaranteed crit if their key is 24 as well, which of course the active skill pretty much guarantees. But as I said, we haven't struggled to not get a 24 key at all. I think we've got a 24 key every single time, so we've pretty much had a guaranteed crit on the 18 key super every single time. But it's nice that the active skill does kind of guarantee you that no matter what. Are we there? No, we're not there. We're not there. We are not there. We need to lose some health, like more health, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Now, naturally, in like the latter stages of Supreme Magnificent Battle and maybe some okay, there we go. We're making. I'm forcing myself to lose some health. I think we've pretty much got it now, but I have to make sure I get through the next two turns, which we should be able to do. We should be able to do, unless we get unlucky. If I don't get to show it, I don't get to show it. You know, it's only an extra attack plus 70%. You know, if I had to guess, you know, from what I've been seeing, like 14, 15, 16, 17 million attacks, that would probably go up to like 20 something, like 22, 24 mil. Which is kind of mad that attack stats are kind of becoming frequently like that. That's kind of becoming a regular thing for like top units. Like, we've generally come so far in this game. Alright, it looks like we're going to make it, because Gogeta's got guaranteed dodge. UI Goku's dodge what he's needed to do. Next turn's got Orange Piccolo, Carnival Blue, Gogeta Blue. I don't know why I said Carnival Blue, Gogeta Blue. You know what I meant. We just pop a Whis for potentially Beast Gohan, and then we're there. I didn't actually manage to get their active skill ready. I ended up beating the event before it happened. I mean, if it was like a normal active skill where there was like an attack, like a whole animation involved, like an actual damage from it rather than a buff, I'll probably show it off. So it's literally just an extra 70% attack and a guaranteed 24 key. We know how it works, but their EZA is stupid good. You can let me know down in the comments what you think of them. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great rest of your day, and peace.